In this part, the topics that we are going to cover are color correction and auto enhance. So let's see them one by one. So I have imported a video clip here and dragged it into the timeline as well. So I can open the video properties by double clicking on it and go to color option here. Here you can see some of the color options, but I would like to simply go into the advanced option here and explain you one by one. So I'll just simply click on advanced here and you can see a window has been popped up here. It has two tabs, preset tab and adjust tab. So first we'll take a look at the adjust tab. In the adjust tab, the first option that we are seeing inside of white balance is temperature. So if I just move this cursor towards left, it gives us cool tints, and if I move it towards right side, it gives us warm tint, and below it there is tint. So if I move it towards left, it gives a greenish tint. If I move it towards right, it gives a purple tint. And below that there is 3D LUT option, so we'll see that later. Let's just jump into color option here. In the color, the first option is exposure. It's similar to brightness but focuses much more on the brighter parts, on the highlights to be exact. So I'll just pull it towards right and you can see that the brightness is increasing, and if I move it towards the left, it's decreasing the brightness, focusing more on the highlights, whereas brightness focuses equally on all parts, increasing or decreasing the brightness. The contrast makes the brighter portion more brighter and darker portion more darker. So if I move it towards right, if you observe this laptop, it gets much more darker, right? And the brighter portion gets much more brighter. If you go towards left, it gives a negative effect. Vibrance and saturation are almost similar. They just affect the colors, they enhance the colors, but vibrance would be good for skin tones and all. So if you're working on some skin tones, I would recommend going for vibrance. It enhances the color. You can take a look at this. For example, just take a look at this tin here, and I'll increase the saturation as well, right? So in saturation, if you go towards negative, it becomes black and white. So I'll just move to the next option, light here. So highlights means it affects the brightest portion, shadows means it affects the darker portion. So I'll just increase the highlight and you can see it affects more on highlight portion. If I go negative, it makes the highlights a bit darker. Now if I just affect the shadows portion, you can take this as a shadow. If I move it towards right, it increases the brightness of the shadows. So you can see that this portion has become much more brighter now. If I go towards negative, you can see the reverse effect here. Whites to enhance whites, right? And similarly blacks. If you move towards right, it increases the brightness of that portion, and if you move towards left, it decreases the brightness of that portion. Now coming to HSL. If you want to affect a specific color, for example, I'll take this purple here, I'll just click on this and I'll change the hue. Now you can see that the color is being changed for this. Now, whereas saturation enhances that color, makes much more colorful, for example. So I'll just bring it towards here, and if I make it towards left, it makes it black and white. Whereas luminance is the intensity of that color. Coming to the final option, vignette here. So if I move it towards left, you can see that the vignette is appearing here, which is in dark color, means black color. If I move it towards right, vignette appears, you can see it at the bottom, but this time in white color. You can see this oval shape here. You can adjust the roundness here, how much round it should be, as well as size of this, you can adjust it. Feather, exposure, highlights, etc. If you're satisfied with all of these and you want to use it again and again, you can also save it as a preset here, or else you can use the existing presets. So for example, if I click on cool, it changes it to cool tints. If I make it warm mix, shadow details, there are several options. You can select one of them as well. So in my case, I'm just simply clicking on cancel as I don't want to apply them. Yeah, one more thing I forgot to tell you, that is you have an undo and redo button here as well, and you can just compare the changes side by side as well. So before and after, for example, I'll increase the temperature, I'll make it a bit purplish tint, I'll just increase the vibrance as well. Now you can see before this it was like this and now it's like that. So I'll just hit undo again, I'll make it normal. And I forgot to tell you about another option, that is 3D LUT. So I'll just discuss about it as well. So I'll just click on this and you can select some presets here. So for example, here is 007 series. I'll just click on this and you can see that effect applied here. You can see Batman effect, or else you can see black and white film, right? There are several effects. You can also import your own effects. So I'll just you can just simply click on load new LUT and you can import it from here. Game of Thrones, you might not be able to see much effect on this video clip as it is just a cartoon clip. You can just take real clips and try on them. So as of now, I'll just simply click on cancel here. And one more option that we need to discuss is auto enhance. You can simply click on this video tab here in the properties and simply click on auto enhance, and you can see the difference here. Just take a look at this laptop and I'll click on this auto enhance option and you can see the changes, right? You can increase the intensity of it as well. So that's it for this video. Thanks a lot.